A defect is a functional fixture or fitting that's not working correctly. So just to give you an example, it could be that a door or window is not opening or closing properly, bathroom or kitchen fixtures defects, for example, a toilet not flushing properly or leaking plumbing. There might be water seepage through roofs, windows and sliding glass doors. What we would define as a non-defect would be, for example, a shrinkage crack, which is a hairline crack, which is just part of shrinkage. Any blocked plumbing as a result of misuse. So for example, any nappies or wipes that's been flushed down the toilet, condensation or damp from a lack of ventilation in the property, any light bulbs that have blown, no TV aerial, as we provide aerial points but not the aerial, loss of electricity due to a bulb blowing and tripping the circuit, and gardens saturated due to heavy rainfall. These are just examples but not exhaustive. So any shrinkage cracks, if it's a hairline crack, it's normal. If you think that is anything thicker than a hairline crack and you have concerns, then it's advisable to contact Platform so we can address this with the developer for investigation. To report a defect, there are various ways by contacting the call centre. You can go onto the website or go through our web chat via the website at platformhd.com. Emergency repair consists of a complete electrical failure or safety of an electrical source affected, if you've got a blockage of an only toilet in the home, if you have no hot water or heating, especially during the winter months, you have a water leak that cannot be contained, or you have loss of security of windows and external doors by not locking, then this will be deemed as an emergency repair. To report an emergency repair, you'd need to call through to Platform directly, which will provide you with a direct contact number during and after operational hours in the event of an emergency. The 12-month defects period starts from the day that Platform Housing Group takes hand over the property and not the date the customer moves in. During the next 12 months, your new home will be benefiting from a defects liability period. On completion, the sales consultants will advise you who to contact to report a defect, provide you with the contact details and our email addresses. Near the end of the 12 months defects liability period, you'll be contacted by a customer care advisor from Platform to check if there are any outstanding defects in your home. If there are, we will make a list of them and pass on to the developers so that any defects identified are remedied before the end of the liability period. Prior to Platform taking ownership of any properties, they are inspected on several occasions to make sure that the quality is met and that everything is in good working order. So on completion, you will be provided with a handover pack which will contain all the manufacturer's warranties. We would advise you at the time if there's any additional manufacturer warranties that need to be registered. It will be your responsibility to ensure that the relevant manufacturer is contacted and all warranties set up is in your name, and all documents can be found within your handover pack. To get the very best from your home, we will provide you with some useful maintenance advice which can also be found in your handover guide, which the sales consultant will provide to you on completion. On windows and some doors, you may find trickle ventilators which will allow some air to come through, so airflow in the property will help the dry out process but also keep the property well ventilated, which prevents any mould and condensation forming around the window frames. During the winter months, it's advisable to keep your heating ticking over, especially if you're away for long periods of time or on holiday. Just keep it on a low temperature, probably around 15 to 16 degrees, either on a timer or a programmer, just to keep that warm air coming through and to prevent any mould and damp build-up. It can also help prevent shrinkage around your home, so it helps out with the dry out process, which may cause areas to shrink. All of our properties come with turf, so as always with newly laid turf, there is some maintenance that is required in its early life. If the turf is newly laid, we probably advise during the first 4 to 6 weeks that you allow the turf to settle and bond and limit any movement on the grass. Always ensure that the lawn is watered daily, especially during the summer months. If water pooling becomes apparent, especially during the wetter months, it might be an idea to use a garden fork just to pierce the top of the soil so the water has another route of drainage.